revenue taxes would go before the voters, and I support that. A spending cap, I actually had a bill for that, and when we actually passed it in the Senate, of course it failed in the House, and the governor wouldn't support that. So the PFD and having that go before the voters, I think, was the third one, and that was probably the toughest because well, what we found in the last 4 years is that we're still tied to one commodity, and that's what we need to fix. We need to diversify our economy so that when the price of oil goes down, our revenue doesn't tank as it did. Fortunately, we did a good job of saving some of our surplus, and so we've been able to ride through this. But the budget, as I mentioned, starts and ends with the governor. And if we get a good lean budget, we get the reforms, restructures in place, then there's no reason why people can't have their full PFD again.
Rebuttal.
Yep. Yeah. My question and concern is, I heard that Mike Chenault sent a letter to you guys to address to the Senate specifically, to address the concern that was given for the capping of the initial dividend. Why didn't that get resolved then, and why didn't we look to do a vote for the people then, put an initiative together then? And that was also one of my concerns, is how are we going to reconcile this with the people, since the earnings of the fund are to be designated to an extent as dividends to the people, and then also to essential services. And I believe that's what it was established for. So we turn it into a general fund, it's going to be spent away. That's my thoughts.
You'll have 30 seconds to respond.
Okay. Well, good. Well, and I think that's what we ended up doing with the percent of market value, is we limited the amount that we could draw from earnings. But I do think now that the revenue is going up, thank goodness, because of price of oil and the production level is going up as well, that there is enough money in the earnings reserve that we can now give people back their full PFD and still have money left for government to use as well.
So you'll have 15 seconds, and then we'll go to your rebuttal card.
Okay, yes, and that's what my concern is, making sure that actually we should probably go to a 51-49, to where basically 49% spent on the government to protect it a little bit more, but we have to constitutionalize that, so thanks.
Okay, so then you'll have 45 seconds.
Okay, my question is along the same lines. I think I have a quote here from you. The PFD is a statutory entitlement created by the legislature in 1981. It can be changed to provide dividends and, when needed, restructured to fund our state government that all Alaskans benefit from. So that tells me that possibly support more government when necessarily, and less to the private economy, to the people with whom the PFDs belong.
You have 30 seconds.
Well, I don't remember that quote, but that is the current law, is that in statute the permanent fund earnings are at the discretion of the legislature, and our forefathers back, well, not forefathers, but the legislators back in the 80s wanted to leave it that way so that the legislators would have the option in case we are in dire need of money. But like I said, we're at a point now where we don't need to use that, and we can give people back their full PFD.
You have 15 seconds.
And this brings me back to how you best align with either governor candidate when it comes down to supporting a full PFD, supporting repealing SB 91 when you voted for it.
Thank you. So now we're going to move on to question 4.